Hey, what's up? It's me, Jessica J, and I was just wondering if you've ever sat and thought to yourself, why do girls like bad boys? Well, I'm glad you asked, because today I'm going to go over the four reasons that girls are kind of attracted to jerks and assholes. See, one of the misconceptions you probably have is that you can't be a nice guy, right? But then you probably hear about all these chicks saying, I just really want a nice guy. I don't know where these guys are. But then you go and see her getting led to the back dumpster by the biggest super bro you've ever seen. So you're probably like, what gives? Well, I'm gonna say right now that we're not necessarily into assholes and rude motherfuckers. Really, we just don't want a doormat or another girlfriend or another lapdog. Unfortunately, it's those men in society who come off as super macho and extra bravado, bro, that are the ones that exhibit behaviors that are uncharacteristic of the doormat. So I'm gonna go over how to exhibit these four qualities without being a douchebag, without being rude, and without having people want to punch you in the face. So, bad boy quality number one. They just don't give a shit if she wants him back or not. They don't care whether or not we sleep with them. So in turn, that kind of takes the pressure off of us to put out for you. When a guy operates under the air of, I don't care if she wants me, I can fuck somebody else, we sit there and think, oh, okay, good, I can stop covering my vagina and I could just be free to be myself. Because really what happens when you put us on that pedestal and you make it known that you want us before you even know us, we're like, okay, he can't possibly want me for who I am, which means he's going to try to get into the vagine, and that is my special no-no spot that is reserved for people who want to get to know me. No, I'm not saying that assholes come off like they do want to get to know us, but them acting like they don't care if we put out or not makes us feel like we don't have to put out. Does that make sense? Again, going back to whatever you feel in that moment, we're gonna feel too. If you sit there and think, I really like this girl, what do I do to make her like me? I really need to make her know. We're gonna sit there and think, why does this guy like me already? I haven't even divulged anything. He must only want me for my body. So take her off that pedestal, ask her who she is. She might be a freaking crackhead, down on her luck, and in need of a bridge to cuddle with somebody under tonight, and find out if she's the one for you. Because in all actuality, you really don't know that yet. Bad boy quality number two, they lead their own lives and could really care less if we let them into ours. When I say they lead their own lives, I mean they're very invested in their own lives, in that getting puss isn't the be-all and end-all to their lives. Maybe they're moving up in their career and they're really excited about that, and that's really all they can think about right now. Maybe they're in school and they're gonna graduate soon, and I'm actually caring about my grades, girl, get off me. Either way, it shows a man who is in charge of his own life and leading his own life and doesn't need us to be his mommy or his teacher or his sugar mommy. It honestly gives us the space to open up and just be a lady for you. Okay, fine, you are probably going out to meet women, but I'm talking about you don't need to follow her all the way to the kale section and say, yeah, I guess I like kale sometimes, when you came to Publix for some steak. So own who you are, own why you're there, and let her come along for the ride. Bad boy quality number three, they're super brave and exciting. Okay, so not giving a fuck means taking chances to risk doing something you really want to do that other guys wouldn't want to do, and bringing adventure and bringing intrigue into our lives. I don't mean you have to take me skydiving or help you rob a bank. When I say being brave, I'm talking about being vulnerable enough to own who you are and be completely okay with that. Maybe adventure to you is playing Fortnite for 4 hours on end. I don't even know what that is, but I heard it's all the rage. And if that's your thing, own it. Or maybe you've got 5 cats and that's not very manly, but fuck that girl because you love your cats and you think it's very manly. To me, exciting and adventure is anything that I don't have in my life right now, and anything that creates this sense of feeling alive myself with another person. And if you bring who you are to the table without any shame, without any blame, without trying to put this front of what do you do for a living? Where are you from? Oh, I'm an accountant from Oregon. If you could be who you really are, that's exciting to us, because that's the stuff we don't get in our everyday lives, is you. And that's the thing no other man on this planet can give us, is who you are. Aside from all the bullshit, aside from all the fronts, and aside from all the niceties of what you're supposed to say when you're being your best with women. I'm here to tell you now, being your best is being yourself. I know it's fucking corny, but really, if you could tell me that, like, I guess my greatest achievement is eating 4 quarter pounders in 4 minutes, I'm gonna sit there and be like, whoa, dude. So just show up with who you are, and I promise you, she'll show up with her pussy to your bed later. And bad boy quality number 4. They are not afraid to show us that they wanna take us to Pound Town. Listen, at the end of the day, us ladies are very aware that you have a penis and we have a vagina, and they were meant to convalesce together in harmony. And any woman that's sitting there talking to you and having a good enough time and laughing with you is gonna expect to see it. So if you're one of those guys that sits there and thinks, I don't wanna be forward, or even, I don't wanna be disrespectful, take it from me, it's disrespectful to not show us women that you want us. For as much as you're sitting here watching a YouTube video on what women want, us ladies do it way more, I promise you. There's a reason we spend like hundreds of dollars on like makeup and fucking clothing and getting our hair done, and sure, fine, 50% of it may be to make that bitch Becky feel like shit every time she looks at me. But really, we do it for you. So appreciate her for that body she's got and let her know what you want to do with that body. Because if you don't, we'll assume that you just don't want it, and we'll find a guy who does. So those are the 4 traits of why jerks and assholes usually get the girl. But for an in-depth how-to and step-by-step on how to pull this off without being a complete douchebag and without having to be somebody other than yourself, go to my program www.speaktosparkarousal, and I'll show you exactly how to do it so that you don't have to sit there and think, who even am I anymore? I hate myself. Check it out right now. Remember, those 4 things are all you need to do, and you don't have to be a jerk to do it. And I'll definitely see you guys next time.